Hello, my name is Michael Conneely and this is part 3 of the June issue of our Astrology and Healing magazine. And in this part 3 we look at Pluto in June 2019. So part 1 was advice to handle the very difficult energies of June 2019 and the opportunities. Part 2 was about the Saturn Ketu Pluto conjunction and Sade Sate. As I said, there's 8 parts. Part 7 is a really good calendar of the energies we will be encountering and negotiating in June 2019, and part 8 is a very good collection of the charts for the major events of June 2019. Okay, so what about Pluto? Well, Pluto is in Vedic Sagittarius, at the end of Vedic Sagittarius in Uttarashada Nakshatra, and he's retrograde all month. And it's obviously very important to understand what Pluto is actually about. What is his energy? What is his divine purpose? What is his nature? And in my opinion, Pluto is best understood through the mythic keys. And so, in fact, Pluto as Lord of the Underworld, as Master of the Abyss, coupled with the descent into the underworld myths from Mesopotamia, the descent into the underworld of the great goddesses Ishtar or Inanna. And the whole point is that Pluto is our inherent power, together with psychism and wealth and all sorts of things. But we get cut off from that by secrets, regrets, and wounds and lies. And so the fact is that each of us humans can only really come into our power if we go down into the abyss and stand face to face with Pluto and admit our many failings, so that we're freed of the guilts and the weights. And indeed, we can ask the keeper of the abyss, a facet of Pluto, to hold certain things that are just millstones round our neck, otherwise, that we can't let go of or deal with in our life. It seems beyond us. And he can be asked to hold on to those and guard them in the abyss so that we can arise. I'll tell you why in a moment. But indeed, he may ask a price, a condition, obviously always a very spiritual condition. So the point is, well, the Mesopotamian myth is that the beautiful goddess Ishtar, also called Inanna, was loved by humans, bringing beauty and life to the surface of the earth, and her husband died, and she descended to the underworld to seek to retrieve her dead husband. And at each gate of the underworld she had to shed something and give something, so she ended at the bottom of the underworld naked and bereft. And the mistress of the underworld hung her naked on a meat hook. And that's like a myth a valid representation of what we have to go into if we're to heal our incarnation this time. We have to face these dark, difficult problems and experience them and let go of them. And then in the myth, Ishtar was returned to the surface of the world, even more beautiful, also the goddess of love. And in my opinion, this is indeed a valid mythic key to Pluto in our life, the descent into the underworld. But, what we need to add to that is that when we ascend, we don't just experience Pluto as these agendas of darkness in the underworld. We can now experience Pluto as the energies of Kether, the crown chakra. And the great thing about the crown chakra is that it's connected to the divine, connected to the divine light. And so Pluto becomes in our life no longer the abyss, but Kether. And when we're experiencing Pluto transits, that's the sort of ideal strategy, the sort of thing we have to look out to. It's no good sort of denying the abyss material and becoming what Jesus called a whited sepulchre. You know, if so, join the rosary group at the local church. No, we have to embrace the mythic vastness of Pluto and be truthful to ourselves. And so then we arise with energetic connection in our crown chakra to the divine. So basically, you can't successfully deny the call of a Pluto transit. And I actually do journeys of offering descent into the underworld and then arising connected to Kether. And if you want to do that with me, I do them cross-referring to your natal and predictive astrology in both Western astrology and Vedic astrology. And in the Part 3 blog, you know, it tells you how to book a reading. I really recommend this stuff, and indeed, at the moment, I'm experiencing like an immense Pluto transit. So Pluto is transiting square my natal moon with several hits, and then next year square my natal sun with several hits. And I can already feel the liberation and empowerment. But indeed, there's also been the work with the abyss. So it'll be great to work with you. Thank you.